Welcome back to Trend Guards. Okay, today is July 30th, 2026, and we've got a confirmed absolute game changer of a shift to report. The era of the $50 per million token AI pricing model, well, it has officially collapsed. We're going to break down exactly what just happened because, trust me, the landscape of enterprise AI has fundamentally changed literally overnight. So let's start with the most critical confirmed fact. To anchor this whole explainer, 44 cents. $0.44. Today, DeepSeek V4 stable, enterprise-ready release actually went live. And if you look at their official documentation, it costs exactly 44 cents per million output tokens. Now keep in mind, this isn't some beta test or a limited preview, it's a full production-grade API. To put that into perspective, the pricing delta we are suddenly dealing with is completely unprecedented. Look at the established frontier models. OpenAI's GPT-5.6 Ultra sits at $30 per million output tokens. Anthropic's Claude Fable 5, that's $50. So DeepSeek V4 at 44 cents is up to 114 times cheaper than Fable 5 and roughly 68 times cheaper than Ultra. That is a massive gap. Translating these abstract per-token costs into harsh enterprise reality is honestly pretty eye-opening. Let's just say your mid-sized company processes about 100 million output tokens a month, right? Doing things like customer support, document processing, maybe some coding. Using Claude Fable 5, that'll run you $5,000 a month. With GPT 5.6 Ultra, you're looking at $3,000. But with DeepSeek V4, it is literally $44. Your monthly AI spend goes from thousands of dollars down to pocket change. That isn't just a nice discount, it's a total paradigm shift in operational costs. Now here at Trend Guards, accuracy is our highest priority, so we have to be totally objective here. On the absolute hardest reasoning and agentic coding benchmarks, the closed frontier models still maintain a very decisive lead. For example, on Terminal Bench 2.1, which tests really complex command line workflows, OpenAI's GPT 5.6 Ultra scores a massive 91.9%, and on SWB Bench Pro, Claude Fable 5 is leading the pack at 80.3%. DeepSeek V4 simply is not designed to match those numbers on those extreme, cutting-edge tasks. But here is the crucial takeaway. It's all about the 80-20 rule of enterprise AI. Yes, frontier models like GPT 5.6 Ultra absolutely win the hardest 20% of tasks, stuff like multi-step autonomous coding or heavy reasoning. But DeepSeek V4, it's perfectly adequate for the other 80% of routine workflows. We're talking generating boilerplate code, analyzing spreadsheets, handling basic customer support. You just don't need to pay $30 per million tokens for routine work when a 44-cent model gets it done just fine. According to Moonshot AI's official announcement on July 27th, Kimi K3 is a 2.8 trillion parameter sparse mixture of experts model, and it features a massive 1 million token context window. But the biggest confirmed news here? The weights were released completely for free, no API fees, no vendor lock-in. If you have the hardware to self-host it, your per-token cost drops to absolutely zero. And the community response was instant. Within just 72 hours of the Kimi K3 launch, developers dropped 4-bit quantized versions. They essentially compressed the model, drastically reducing the VRAM memory requirements by roughly 75%. That makes this huge 2.8 trillion parameter model accessible to a much wider range of enterprise hardware. The open source community is just moving at a blistering pace to optimize these free models almost instantly. The industry is calling this AI Agent Week, and you can absolutely see why. On July 21st, Meta and Google dropped new models. On the 22nd, OpenAI launched GPT 5.6 Ultra. By the 24th, DeepSeek V4 entered beta. On the 27th, Kimi K3 went fully open weight for free. And today, July 30th, DeepSeek V4 hits stable release. In just 10 days, we went from celebrating brand new premium frontier models to witnessing a total open weight pricing collapse. It's wild. So we are now left with a completely restructured AI pricing ladder. At the bottom, you can self-host Kimi K3 for $0 per token cost. Next step up, you can use DeepSeek V4 for 44 cents. Now, OpenAI did introduce a cheaper tier, GPT 5.6 Luna, at $1 for input and $6 for output, but even that is way more than double the cost of DeepSeek V4. The very top of the ladder is still Claude Fable 5 at $50. For standard tasks, the pricing power of closed models has fundamentally evaporated. Here is the actionable advice based directly on this week's launches. If you're a developer, your most valuable skill right now is open weight deployment. You need to learn serving engines like VLLM and get familiar with quantization pipelines. If you're running a business, you've got to recalculate your AI spend today. Deploy that 80-20 rule. You could save up to 90% on your budget just by routing routine tasks to DeepSeek or Kimi. And for non-technical folks, look into desktop apps like Claude Cowork, which launched back on July 23rd. It lets you run AI agents without writing a single line of code. The investor and market reality right now is super clear. As the underlying AI models become commodities, available for 44 cents or entirely for free, the sustainable value in tech is shifting. It's moving straight to the application layer. The real money is now in enterprise integration, MLOps platforms, and building specialized products on top of these highly accessible models. Which brings us to the ultimate question for this explainer. We've confirmed the $50 pricing era is officially dead, and while closed labs like OpenAI and Anthropic absolutely still hold the performance crown for the hardest 20% of tasks, will that really be enough to sustain them through an open-weight, zero-cost pricing collapse? That is the major trend we'll be watching closely. Thank you for tuning into Trend Guards. Stay informed, apply these verified facts to your strategy, and I'll catch you in the next report.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.